Good morning, good morning. Well, I haven't been doing a TikTok live for more than a week. Last time we were doing a TikTok, there was a whole bunch of drama. There was a loser. He was trying to disturb the live TikTok live. He was accusing me of a stolen whaler, saying that I'm a fake army veteran. It's so much drama, it's unbelievable. And guess what? Because I didn't block him, so because I was cursing him out. I was dissing him, right? Then I guess he reported my TikTok, and the stupid TikTok blocked my TikTok live for a week. It was so much drama. I cannot believe how much drama there is. So many losers. They're trying to. I don't know. I don't know why that is the case. There's just so many unhappy people. I mean, from when you're talking with them, you can feel the hate in their language, and they're dissatisfied. They just hate you for no reason. I don't know. Maybe because they hate themselves. Because their parents, peanut butter. I mean, I don't know. I mean, my parents, luckily I had so my parents is the total opposite. So my mom, she was very supportive. She was always positive. She kind of believed in me. She let me do what I wanted to do. My father, he's a total pessimist. Like he's kind of like that kind of people. That's like blame everybody else, hate everybody else. Like always, like if something goes wrong, he always blame other people, or he fucked this up, he fucked that up. I'm in this position because he fucked that up. So I don't know. That's just people's natural disposition. Some people just like that. They're like some people just like hate other people, hate the world, blame other people for their own stupidity. Yeah. I'm cooking a noodle now. Hey, thank you. Mania. What language is that? Hello to you. Don't think of the haters. When you can find time. Yes. Hello. True. Yeah, so it's so important. Sorry, let me put the noodles in I put a lot of vegetables today into the water. I just boiled the water. You want to make sure to hang out with positive people. Who is this? Go live together. I don't know if I want to. Okay. So you want to make sure to hang out with positive people. You cannot afford to have any negative, people in your life. That's very toxic. Whoever you hang out with, it has 100%. It determines 100% how your life's gonna turn out. Like for I'm still on good terms with both my mother and the father. But with my father, I don't really talk to him too much because we just have different view on the world. Because every time when we talk, we will get into a fight, and there's no way you can, change his mind. There's no way. He's always pessimistic. No matter what you say, he's gonna think negatively. So usually our conversation end up into a fight. So there's no other option. I just don't talk to him too much. I mean, there's just no way to communicate. Hey, Adamagas, thank you for the roses. I'm making a noodle. There's so much hate in this world. It's important to have positive people in life. Exactly. So what do you talk about? So we can talk about life, talk about real estate. Mostly I'm focusing in real estate. My husband is like this. His answer is the world is a shitty place. So that's the problem. When you have a spouse like that, I don't know how you can deal with it. I think luckily my wife, she's pretty positive, pretty optimistic. Hey, Free Davidson. You're always giving great content. Thank you, thank you. What type of noodles? Just I put the vegetable inside. It just I'm not really real cook. I'm just cooking some home recipe. So I have some dry shrimp here. I put some dry shrimp inside because I don't put too much seasoning because that's not good for your health, right? And then I also put some scallop. So that way it has the seafood. That way it has the seafood taste inside. So I put some dry shrimp, dry scallop. The dry scallop it makes the noodle taste really good. Then I put a lot of vegetables. I don't put too much noodles because noodles too much carbohydrate. It's just a home cooking recipe. It's nothing fancy. But I don't put any salt. I don't put any ingredient. I don't even put any soy sauce. Just vegetables, dry shrimp, dry scallop, and some noodles. That's it. That way, it's it's nutritious, and it also has the good taste, but not much those like salt, those ingredients. I mean those seasoning. May I have some of your food? Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know. You can see it after it's done. And the life experience. Thank you. Pray for him. Pray. May I have some noodles, some of your food? There's no saving them now. So you found a wife. I see. Okay. Yeah. So I'm 45. So I got Here's the thing. Okay. To a lot of people sometimes people think, oh, I gotta be happy before I can be rich. No, it's not that way. You gotta be happy first, then you can be rich. Like for a long time, I was trying to find the perfect woman, and when I was in that kind of mindset, I was always distracted. I was always trying to go on a date. I was always wasting a lot of time trying to go look for the perfect woman, and because of that, I'm not focusing in my business. So if you want to do well in business or do well in life or be really successful, you want to make sure you have a good partner. When you have a good companion, then you're not gonna be distracted anymore. And also, this couple of days I'm in a real estate training. I was talking to a couple other friends, so they each shared how they deal with their spouse finance. So there's one woman, her name is Grace. She makes pretty good money. She makes a couple $1,000,000 a year. And basically her husband take care of the kids. So she has a daughter and a son, I think, and the daughter is playing like junior golf professionally. So basically the husband is helping the daughter to play the junior golf. So the husband doesn't make money. The husband doesn't take care of the finances. He doesn't even know how much she makes. So Grace told me that she used to ask her husband's input on real estate investment. But her husband is that type of like a pessimistic people, right? Every time she ask him, should I buy this real estate? He would say no. He always tried to keep her from investing in real estate. So now she doesn't ask her anymore. She just buy it. Last year she bought 5 houses. She never asked her husband. Her husband doesn't even know how much she makes. So there's another guy. It's the same thing. He pay because we go to the real estate training. We pay a lot of money. We pay like $10,000, $30,000, $40,000. He said he doesn't even ask his wife, because if he had asked his wife is not gonna let him do it. But if his wife doesn't let him to take the training, spend the money to take the training, his income would not have increased. Now because he got the training, then so this year he was making like a $600K. So I mean, sometimes people say, oh, you gotta talk to your spouse, but if you have a spouse that's totally negative, that's totally pessimistic, how is that gonna work? It's only gonna make it worse. But luckily, my wife, I think she's pretty entrepreneurial too. So sometimes I talk to her about the business, but I don't get her involved too much into my business. I just do my thing. If I need to make some real estate investment, I just do it. I don't really ask her for her input because she doesn't know, right? She's not a real estate investor. I have been in real estate for 20 years. So I don't ask her for her input. I just tell her, I just inform her what's going on with what I'm doing. So this is why, to get a right companion, to get a good spouse is so important. So obviously, the best spouse is somebody that's on your team, right? That's the best, most optimal situation. But obviously, not everybody is gonna have that kind of spouse. Then the next best option is just do your thing, and your spouse do not interfere with what you're doing. And the worst is you trying to do something and your spouse always try to stop you. That's the worst. I don't know what you can do in that kind of situation. Do you make the Asian noodles with noodles? Yes. So this is the noodle I'm making. Okay. So this noodles I get it in the supermarket. It's a thin noodle. It's a very thin. You see. But after you cook it, it's gonna expand. I'm the same. 2 of my children. Let me see what you said. Are always complaining. I cannot deal with it. Okay. I also never put salt in my cooking. Where are you from? I'm from Los Angeles. Okay. Follow my TikTok. Give me some likes. Let me know where you're from. I'm from Los Angeles. Okay. Thank you for the follow, Jeff. What seasoning do you use? I don't use any seasoning. Because the seasoning, is bad for your health, right? I just put vegetables inside, noodles inside. I put the dry shrimp and the dry scallop. So this is basically my seasoning because the seafood makes the food taste good. That way I don't have to put any salt. My TikTok feed is spelling out truth. I don't know what is real anymore. What do you mean, Lana? Hello, Ray. How's God blessing you? Thank you. When you are selling your houses, should ask for a net sheet. Correct, yeah. York, thanks for the follow. Smart. The real estate house is going up and the price of lumber, so it's going to affect buy houses. Yeah, so right now, depending on where you are, if you're trying to buy a house in Los Angeles, you're not going to make money because it's already very expensive. So I just have a house I live in Los Angeles, but I don't invest in real estate in Los Angeles. It's number one, it's expensive. Number two, the environment, the legal environment is bad for landlords. It's tenant friendly. It's not landlord friendly in California. So you got to purchase property in landlord friendly states. Also, try to buy something that's not in a major metropolitan area, because if you try to buy like in a major metropolitan area, for example Miami, it's gonna be expensive. Your return is gonna be low. Good questions. If you don't mind, could you tell me what you do? Okay, so I started in real estate sales 20 years ago. So once I made money, then I started doing some investments. So the first investment I did was a flip in San Bernardino. Then after that, I started investing in real estate. Great advice. That's the entrepreneurism 101. What was your major at UC Berkeley? Oh, I went to UC Berkeley. My major in Berkeley was philosophy. I actually transferred. Okay, here's the thing. I'll give you a brief situation. So a lot of people think, oh, you went to UC Berkeley. Oh, you're this smart guy. I'm not that kind of guy. So a lot of people think like that. But you gotta remember, everybody gotta start from somewhere. Okay. When I came to America, I was 15 when I came to America. I did not speak a word of English. No English. Zero. Nada. I did not speak English. Nothing. Then when I graduated from high school, my GPA was 2.0. 2.0 GPA in high school. When I went to community college, I failed the English class 3 times. I got a whole bunch of F in college. But then I kept trying. Then eventually I got a really good English teacher. He taught us the grammar, because the whole time I didn't know how to write the correct English grammar. So I failed the English, college level English 3 times. And the 3rd time I finally passed. And also I got my grade increased. My average GPA became like 3.75. It took me a long time from not understanding a single word of English. And eventually I was able to transfer to, UC Berkeley. They accepted me. UC Berkeley, UC San Diego, UC Irvine, UC Riverside. Not UC Riverside. UC Irvine, UCLA, UC San Diego, UC Berkeley. So you gotta start from somewhere. Don't think, because a lot of people, they think people that are, making a lot of money, or people that went to good school, they look at it, they're like, oh, that's not me. I cannot do it. You must have some like special background. You must have some special brain. No, it's not. It's none of that. It's just never giving up. It's just you gotta believe it. At least, let me see what you guys saying. Okay. Yeah, ask for the next sheet. What do you teach on TikTok? Right. You can have a dream that will help you both. Sometimes you will have mate that will be negative. You should seriously consider 3D building. Yeah, 3D building, that's going on. Yeah, that's let me see if the noodle's ready. Okay, just cook a little bit more, should be good. I'm in Vegas. I want to sell. Don't know if I will find another place to live. Why do you want to sell, York? What's your motivation for selling? Filipino? No, I'm not Filipino. I was born in China. Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. How do you feel about buying properties in current market? If you're buying a property to live in, it's okay. But if you want to invest in property and try to get a return, if you're buying single family home, the only way you can make money is doing Airbnb and add ADU. If you're not doing all of that, if you're trying to invest in single family home, you're not gonna get good return. Or if you can go to second tier, third tier cities, maybe you can get a good deal. Or if you can look for commercial real estate, maybe you can get a good deal. How do you start in real estate if you don't have a lot of money? Obviously you gotta have money first, right? So you gotta you can start from like being a salesperson, or you can. So there's a couple ways to do it. One way is you just start in real estate, like I did as a salesperson. Then you can save up some cash. Then you can start investing in real estate. If you don't like selling, you can get any other technical job or some like a medical certificate or IT certificate. Save the money and use that money to invest in real estate. Lele, what do you write? Chat. What does that mean? How much reserve are you comfortable with having in the bank? You shouldn't have too much money in the bank. Just maybe enough for you to last for a couple months and maybe have an emergency fund. Then the rest of the money you need to put into real estate. I have this friend. He was a CPA, but right now he's unemployed. He has been having this 300K sitting in the bank for the past 2 years. You know how much the money is worth now? The buying power he has? The actual buying power of that same 300K is now probably only 150K. If he had bought a home or invested in real estate with this 300K 1 or 2 years ago, that 300K is gonna get him at least another 300K. Instead of now it's only worth 150K. Bought a home 5 years ago. It has increased in value way more than what I purchased. Okay, York. So if you sell the home in Vegas, where you gonna live? You still need a place to live, right? You don't want to sell it and have to go pay rent, right? So what you can do is put the money out. Either refinance or get an equity line, whatever. Put the money out and invest in some more properties with a good return. Not true. You can use other people's money. Exactly, you can do that too. Yeah. Soup receipt, please. I don't have a receipt. The soup receipt, I just put the dry shrimp inside, and I put the dry scallop inside, and some vegetables. That's it. What do you think about wholesaling properties? Wholesaling properties is good. I mean, what's hard about wholesaling properties, you have to find the property to wholesale. That's the hardest part. It's like when I'm doing real estate investing, I gotta find a good deal. That's the hardest part too. Let me try my noodle. I think it's ready. Oh, hold on. I forgot to put an egg. I gotta put an egg inside too. Normally I put some pickled radish, but I don't have it today, so I still need to put some seasoning. So yeah, today I need to put some seasoning inside because normally I put some pickled radish to make it more tasty. more flavorful. But today I don't have that, so I'm gonna put this. This is a seafood sauce, to make it more flavor, have more flavor. Yeah. Okay, the noodles ready, I think. So I just put an egg inside, and then now I put some seafood sauce. So let me just see if it's ready or not. Okay, it's ready. Let me just put in a bowl first. I put in a lot of vegetables. I think today is just right. Sometimes I don't put enough water inside, then it becomes really dry. Sometimes I put too much noodles. But today I think it's just perfect. It's this kind of food is very healthy because there's not a whole lot of carbohydrate, and you have a lot of rich ingredient inside, and also it's hold on, let me put some water in the pot so it doesn't dry out. And when you eat noodle, it's a lot of liquid. It's a lot of liquid, so it's pretty healthy. Did I answer your question, Coffee? Calm down, you need some tea. Okay. What's good? I do Airbnb and the lease buy back with a 1 year, 1+ year lease, but I cannot find any more deals in Kissimmee. Kissimmee is a good area. Then just go to other area. There's many areas. Cause last time when I was in Atlanta, I stayed in the Airbnb. It's nearby Gainesville. I think I paid like $300 for 2 days. That's a pretty good deal. I mean, for the Airbnb operation. So if it doesn't work, if you cannot find it in Kissimmee, then find it in Lakeland, find it in Tampa. There you have a whole bunch of tourist areas nearby Orlando. Great answer, like that. Do you have any black friends? Yeah, I have black friends. Yeah. Right now, every Sunday I'm practicing the Wing Chun, the Kung Fu Ip Man. We have a black guy there that's practicing with us. His name is Jesse. Do you think we're going into recession? I don't know about that, but recession or not, it doesn't matter, because as long as you find a good real estate deal, as long as you don't sell it, you keep collecting rent, then you don't have to worry about recession. Do you think the market will go back to normal, or is 350K medium the norm now? I don't know about that. Don't worry. Okay, here's the thing. Don't try to time the market. There's a lot of people there like, oh, I'm gonna wait until the price come down. I'm gonna wait until the interest rate come down. You don't need to do it. As long as in any market you can find a good deal. Hawaii properties are automatically high, astronomical, really high. Okay, sorry, I cannot pronounce that word. Median price home is 1.5 million. Is this still a good time? I actually tried to buy a property in Hawaii before. That was 2 years ago. Back then it was okay, but now I think it's too expensive. Yeah, and also Hawaii, I don't think is landlord friendly. Wow, the soup is okay, because I put in the seafood sauce. Sorry, I'm gonna have to eat and talk at the same time because I gotta go after. I only have like 20 minutes because I gotta go to a real estate conference in Anaheim. Fish sauce is good, yeah. So Hawaii property is pretty expensive. The return is really low, unless you can do Airbnb. But I think they probably have Airbnb regulations, right? I use that seafood sauce a lot, just happen to eat with chopsticks. Okay. To invest in Hawaii. So here's the thing: it's not really about where you invest. It's about what kind of return you can get. You gotta look at the cap rate, right? You gotta do the cap rate calculation. This guy is asking me in Chinese. 还在做中介吗？这不是那个经常上节目的老兵吗？ Okay, he's talking in Chinese. Okay, good. Thank you for sharing your advice and knowledge. It's priceless. Thank you. Follow my TikTok. Give me some likes. Let me know where you're from. I'm from Los Angeles, California. Yes, you did. I agree. It can be a lot of work. Jonathan, thank you for the follow. Do you have solar panel? No, I don't have solar panel. So here's the thing, okay? When you're trying to invest in real estate, focus on the big picture. Don't try to nickel and dime. That's the problem with a lot of people. They're like, oh, this house has a solar panel. I'm not going to buy it. Oh, that house is on the corner. I'm not going to buy it. Oh, the interest rate is too high. I'm not going to buy it. All these people that's trying to nickel and dime, they're the people that's missing out. Do you understand what I'm talking about? You got to focus on the big picture. The big picture is you got to get that property under your name. That's what matters. Everything else doesn't matter. The interest rate, the fee, doesn't matter. Just freaking pay it. You need to own the property. That's how you can become rich. That's how you can get equity. Do not try to nickel and dime on those small things. That doesn't make a difference. Listen, do you have Chinese friends, black friends, white friends, Vietnamese friends, Mexican friends? Yes. We cannot do Airbnb without permit. People do illegal Airbnb. Yeah, that's a problem. Hi, from Arizona. Welcome. Alhambra. Okay, Alhambra is nearby. Yeah. Sorry, man. I'm trying to eat the noodle at the same time. Any other questions? Philadelphia, welcome. So the problem is, many people, they're preoccupied with work. And they have a lot of excuses. Oh, I gotta work, I gotta take care of the kids, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. But where most people do not put investment as a priority. But you gotta understand, once you have investment as your priority, once you own your first rental property, then you're gonna be financially free. Then you're gonna have more time to do whatever you want to do. But if you do not take out the time to focus on investment, you're just gonna be a rat race, endless rat race. You will never get out of it. What's your first suggestion for first-time home buyer? My suggestion is get into it as soon as possible. I have some people, they try to save a whole bunch of down payment because they think they can avoid the PMI, the loan insurance. Don't do that because it's very hard to save money. Usually, the reason it's hard to save money because you have the tendency to spend it. If you save it and if you spend it, then you're going to start all over again. So just save the minimum you need and buy a property. Get into it as soon as possible. Love, hot love. Thank you for the follow. Is Oregon a good place to invest? I guess Oregon is okay, but I don't think it's a landlord-friendly state. Hi, sir. How are you? Good. How are you? Welcome. Sorry, man. I'm eating the noodles, okay? Because I gotta go after 20 minutes. Shit, what happened? Is it better to rent out your home in this market or sell? Here's the thing, okay? It's depending on the return. If you can get a good return, rent it out. If you cannot get a good return, just sell it and go buy something that has a higher return. Because in most homes, the price is so expensive, and the rent is it's compared to the price is so low. If you rent it out, you're only getting like 2%, 3% return. That's too low. When you have a 2% return, that means you're getting your money back in 50 years. 50 years. That's not a good investment. In that case, you should sell it. If you have a place to stay, you should sell it and then put that money into something with a much higher return, 5%, 10%. Around Sophie Stadium may be okay to do Airbnb, yes. Oh, you're watching from the Philippines. Welcome, welcome. What about the damages in the house? Don't you have to check those first before buying? Yeah, I mean, every time when you buy a home, you're gonna have the contingency period. That's when you can do your inspection. Don't know too much about it. It all comes down to the return you can get. Nowadays, if you're focusing on buying single family homes, it's gonna be expensive in most places. It's gonna be hard for you to get a good return. Yeah, the area around the Sophie Stadium is okay, yeah. Good morning, Jiang Life. Can you talk about Santa Clara? Should you sell your house as is? Yeah, you don't need to repair it. I mean, if you can spend very little money to make it look really nice, then maybe. Otherwise, you don't need to, because nowadays the market is kind of changing, but the best money for the best return is to clean it up, declutter it, put all the extra furniture and extra item into a garage or into one of the rooms. You want to declutter it and make it look nice. Atlanta, Georgia, rental market is so high, it's crazy. Yeah, Atlanta is a pretty good market, I think. I just came from there. I think over there you can still get a pretty good return. I was there for like 3 days. Anybody else have any questions? Follow my TikTok, give me some likes. Whatever question you have, we can talk about it. What do you think about Irvine, California rental market? It's very low. The return is very low because Irvine home is very expensive. I mean, if you want to live in Irvine, that's okay because it's a desirable area. Everybody like to live there because the environment, the school, and everything, the weather. But the return is very low because the price is very high. Do you know how much the price has increased in Irvine during the last 6 months? The price in Irvine during the last 6 months increased at least 30%. I had an owner, she wanted to sell. And a year ago when I did a comparable for her, it was worth like 1.7 million. 6 months later, it became 2.5 million. 2.3 or 2.5. So, just like everything else, if you want to make a lot of money, you got to be flexible. You cannot have this box inside of you. If you're continually thinking inside the box, you're not going to make money. Antelope Valley. Like I said, everywhere is expensive. Unless you're doing Airbnb or you're going to add ADU. Otherwise, if you just buy a house and lease out long term, you're not going to make money. Or maybe you can look for commercial real estate to buy. Do you recommend buy a rental property first or just buy your first home? Doesn't matter. Just buy it. That's what's important. I would say just buy your first home because you still need a place to live. Maybe you can buy it and lease part of it out so it can help you to pay the mortgage. Or maybe where you live, if the home price is too high, maybe you can buy a rental out of state and you can get that rental income help you to pay for the rent. But do your best to avoid paying the rent because when you pay rent, that money just wasted. It's not helping you to get more investment. Good morning, Socrates. Do you recommend buy rental property first? Okay. What state would you say has potential? Yeah, Cali is too expensive. There's a lot of states that has good potential. The Sun Belt states, Texas, Georgia, New Mexico, Florida, Tennessee. There's many cheap places still. What do you think about tax sales lien properties? If you can get it, that's a good deal. Do you think Mobile, Alabama is a good place? Yes, Mobile, Alabama is not bad. I've been there a couple times. It's right next to Florida too. It's only like a 1 hour drive from Pensacola, I think. It's a pretty good area. A lot of people think Mobile, Alabama is a shitty place, but actually it's not. Because the home price is pretty cheap. And it's a pretty nice city. It's not the best city, but it's pretty decent. What do you think of Orlando? Orlando's great. I like Orlando. It has a lot of demand. It's an international city. And the price is relatively cheap. But now the price is already expensive in Orlando. So if you're going to buy a home in Orlando for investment, it's probably already too high. But if you're going to live there, that's okay. Or what you can do is buy nearby Orlando. For example, Kissimmee, like the other guy said. Also, there's many cities nearby, like Lakeland, between Orlando and Tampa. Pasadena, Victorville, very expensive. I did not. That area was great. Yeah, it's everywhere in California is expensive. Pho? No, it's not pho. It's just noodles. I'm just making a Chinese noodle. I had zero knowledge before trusting you, and now I'll be talking to a lender today. Awesome. Go get it, man. How can you use other people's money to buy real estate? Yeah, I can refer you a lender too. Her name is Lisa. Make sure DM me, okay? How can you use other people's money to buy real estate? There's many ways. You can, if you have a down payment, you can get money from the bank. If you cannot qualify for the bank loan, you can get money from the hard money loan. Also, sometimes the seller may be wanting to own the finance. If you don't have the down payment, you can partnership with somebody. You can borrow money from somebody as a down payment. Knocking the ball with chopsticks. Do it again. Keep the noodle from dropping on the ground. Should I put equity on my home to purchase another investment home? Yes, you should always do it. Because a lot of people have a lot of equity in your home. When you do not do anything with it, it's that money. It's not flowing. Because money is like water. Money likes to flow. Okay, you want to make the money flow. You want to make the money make money for you. You want the money to be your little green soldiers. Even when you're sleeping, they should be making money for you. So if you don't take out the money from your house, you just let the equity sit in there, you're wasting money. And it's not flowing. It's dead money. It's not going to help you to make more profit. So you should pull it out and go buy something. My sister is in the process of buying another home, but I encourage her to buy multi-units. Yes. Socrates, yeah, you can DM me, okay? I can refer you to the lender. I want to buy cash. I have 200K. Where should I go outside of California? I want somewhere safe. Lori, you can, depending on where you like. I think there's an area I like nearby the panhandles of Florida, from the east to the west. You have like a Mobile, Alabama. You have Orange Beach, Alabama. You have Pensacola. You have Panama City. You have Tallahassee. You have Tallahassee. You have Jacksonville. There's a lot of places you can get something for 200K. Is Villalone good, California? I don't know. Villalone works in California, but depending on the price you're buying. I haven't used my Villalone yet. I gotta use it. Do you have a class for real estate? Because I do not know anything about it, but I could really love it. I don't have a class yet, but you can start by watching all my videos. Eventually, maybe I can start a class. Paula Jones. Saying means something in Chinese. How much can you bench press? I don't really bench press. When I was younger, I do a lot of workout in the gym, but I don't do that too much anymore. Nowadays, I do mostly cardiovascular exercise. When you take money out of your home, doesn't your mortgage increase? Yes. That's why if you're gonna do this, whatever you buy has to have a high return. Because let's say if you pay 5% for your money to get the money out, the interest rate, whatever you're buying has to have higher return than 5%. Because let's say if you spend 5% interest to get the money out, and if you're gonna buy another property also with a 5% return, then you're not making any money. So that's why whatever you're buying has to be more than 5%. The higher the better. If it's 8%, you have a 3% spread. If it's 10%, then you have a 5% spread. Do you invest in the stock market? No, I don't. What about New Jersey for rental properties? I live in New York. NYC expensive. Maybe okay, but the general guideline is you want to look for in a place that's landlord friendly, and where you can still get a good return. Did you hire a property management for out-of-state rental properties? There's 3 ways to do it. You can hire a property management company. Obviously, that's the most expensive. Or you can do it yourself. That's going to be hard if it's remote. Or another way, you can hire your own property manager, a person to help you. That's the way I'm doing it. Should we worry about tornadoes? Yes, there are tornadoes. Depending on where you are, if you're in an area like Orlando, that should be okay. But here's the thing, right? There's nothing that's perfect. As long as you're okay with the consequence, just buy it, because that's how you're gonna get a good deal. There's no perfect deal, okay? You're not gonna find it. Thank you for your service. Thank you. You look like an Army Ranger. I'm not an Army Ranger. I was infantry. I was an air assault infantry. EQLY, thanks for the follow. What will you use your VA loan for? I think I'm probably gonna buy a 2 unit or 4 units, multi-units. Let me just finish my noodle, okay? I think I put too much scallop inside. Yeah, student loan debt, is it bad for qualifying mortgage? Anytime you have a large monthly payment, that's bad, because it's going to limit how much you can afford for the mortgage. It's going to reduce your amount that you can qualify. So if you have the money to pay it off, just pay it off. Thank you for your help. Thank you. Great broadcast, Ray. I will keep you in my loop. Okay. Thank you, York. If you're living in the house, if you have nowhere to go, after you sell it, then don't sell it. If you don't need to live there, if you can move away to some other area, then you can sell it. Let's say if you're living in Vegas and if you have a home, it has a lot of equity. If you don't move, then you can put the money out and buy something out of state. If you're willing to move away to another location, then you can sell it and take that money and go buy somewhere else. Ben K, thank you for the follow. York. So follow my TikTok. Give me any question you have. Let me know. Ask the question. Let me know where you're from. I'm from Los Angeles, California. Okay. Let me see. What about parking lot? Yes, parking lot is a good investment because it's very low maintenance. If you can find a parking lot in a good location, It's good money. But it cannot be in like suburbs, because in suburbs there's parking space all over the place. If you're gonna buy a parking lot, it's gotta be in downtown. How can I reach you out? Just DM me, okay? DM me. I'll DM you too. Follow my TikTok. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know where you're from. I'm from Los Angeles, California. Yeah, I'm also a broker too. Welcome, welcome. I put too much dry shrimp and dry scallop inside. Thanks for the like, Remo. Any other question about real estate? Or any other questions? Guys, you gotta make it a priority. The problem with most people is they put the real estate investment on the back burner. They think it's not a priority. Hello, Melissa. Thank you, thank you. Hi, Ray. I love your videos. Thank you, Melissa. Long time no see. Okay, you guys gotta be careful, okay? There's somebody pretending to be me. They made a fake account and tried to message Melissa. And Melissa reported him. I really trust your expertise. Thank you, thank you. So make sure a good plan is to try to buy a property every single year. If you do that from now on, you'll be financially free in 3 to 5 years. Depending on where you are, some people maybe, need to have some preparation. Then just take the time to prepare. Maybe you save the down payment, repair your credit, get everything you need in place. As soon as you're ready, then buy it. Buy one property a year. It's not that hard, guys. A lot of times it's just a change of mindset. And prepare, and take the time to prepare. Allocate at least 3 to 4 hours a week to work on it. Find deals, analyze deals, talk to brokers, talk to lenders, get a side hustle to increase your income, to save, open a separate bank account to save for down payment. It's not rocket science, man. It's just having the right mindset, believing in yourself that you can do it, and go do it. A lot of people, here's the reality. People think, oh, it's so competitive in this world. No, it's not, man. Why? Because half of the people don't do anything. Because they're pessimists. They're gonna look at this and say, oh, that's impossible. Then they don't even do it. Then if you're the half that's optimistic, if you start doing it, then you already have a better chance than, more than 50% chance. Then out of the 50%, half of the people that's taking action, only half of those will actually stay till the end. Then you have even less competition. So people think, oh, there's so much competition. No, it's not. Half of the people is not even gonna need to start, and the remaining half that starts, and half of those will quit halfway. So if all you gotta do is just start doing it, and finish until the end, then you will win. Yes, he wanted me to meet up with him. Yeah, be careful, guys. I'm married. I'm not gonna ask any woman to meet with me, okay? Where do you search for deals? Just go to for homes, you can go to Realtor.com, Zillow, Redfin. For or talk to a broker. For commercial real estate, you can go to Craigslist, LoopNet. We need to get rid of the real estate agent. Okay, whatever. We got another guy tried to make trouble here. Okay, any other questions? Thank you for the like. Mac Pro, thanks for the follow. Tom Gu, what do you do? We got another idiot here. Hey, Tom. Hello from Australia. Welcome, welcome. How to avoid taxes on rental income? There's many ways. That's the beauty about real estate investment. You can do 1031 exchange. You can expense all your expenses. All the expense you pay, or the tax, or the interest you pay, is tax deductible. You can also depreciate. So there's many ways to save money when you invest in real estate. I mean, to save taxes. Thanks, mate. Ozzy Liam. Thank you. Follow my TikTok. Give me some likes. Let me know where you're from, okay? Sorry, I'm trying to chew my... Because I put in a lot of scallop and dried shrimp. I'm trying to chew it. Hard time deciding where to buy next. Look at Orlando. So here's the thing, okay? There's different reason people do not take action. Oh, I gotta go. Now it's 8:30 already. I gotta go to the training. So let me finish the answer and then I'll log off, okay? A lot of people don't take action. It's not because they don't want to. It's because they're in this, decision process. They're sitting on the fence the whole time. Where you're gonna invest is depending on the numbers. If the numbers make sense, if the other criteria make sense, then just do it. Don't try to find a place that's perfect. Just find a place that's easy to travel to, has major airport, that has at least 100K population. The price is at least 100K, and the range is at least 1,000. The crime rate is less than 400. Then just don't try to focus on the big cities. Look in the suburbs of the big cities. For example, in Orlando, maybe expensive. Then you can look around Orlando, like Kissimmee, Lakeland. There's a whole bunch of areas nearby Orlando. This is just an example, okay? I have 11 properties already, looking for the next. Yeah, exactly, right? So a lot of people, they're gonna look at Mac Pro. They think, oh, this is a rich guy. I can never be like him. But you gotta remember, he started from nothing too. Yes, now he has 11 properties, but when he first started, he also doesn't have any properties. So you gotta believe it's possible. Because a lot of people say, oh, he can do it, I cannot do it. No, it's not like that. You can do it too. Yes. Okay, guys, I gotta take off now. I gotta go to Anaheim, so I don't have too much time. So thank you for joining the live session, and follow my TikTok, and we'll talk next time. Okay? Buy your properties. Get prepared. Buy it as soon as possible. Don't overthink. Just do it. Thank you. How do I turn it off? Let me see.